individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.
All right, welcome to the KVJ After the Show podcast.
Kevin's eyes look insane, but he's got new hair. Virginia is a witch, and she farts in her chair. Jason is a spaz who's got an old man's ass. Welcome to the After the Show podcast.
All right. Welcome to the Wednesday KVJ After the Show podcast. The heck is going on, everybody?
I'm laughing because Jay Bird's now discovered not just the Home Depot Halloween display, but the Lowe's Halloween displays.
Holy fuck, they've got a life-size Freddy Krueger.
Oh, man.
Oh, shit.
You might as well just give them all your money.
Wow.
Yeah, you got to go to both, and you got to price compare and product compare. You really should go in person.
Yeah, no,
They've got them all set up.
I know. Well, that's what I went to Home Depot and I was there drunk. I the biggest whiskey buzz.
Safety first.
And I was there to get shelves. My buddy took me there. I was getting shelves, and it turned into holy fuck. They've got a 9.5-foot werewolf.
And then you just So you went for shelves. You come home with a werewolf.
Pretty much.
Yeah.
He went home, sobered up, and kept thinking about the werewolf, and then had to go online and buy it.
That's what's funny is I was drunk, and in the moment I go, no, Twigs, seriously, I can't buy it. Let me sober up. I want to be responsible. And when I woke up sober, I couldn't get the 9.5. I couldn't get it out of my head.
You got up sober and loved it more.
And then that's what I knew.
That's good, though.
That's when you know
right.
you made a smart purchase.
I agree.
You couldn't get that thing out of your mind.
I couldn't. I really couldn't.
That's where you got to do it.
They both do fantastic Halloween displays.
They do. I didn't know Lowe's. Man, someone put it. It's so crazy what does well on YouTube. Somebody just walked around Lowe's for 20 minutes, didn't make any edits, and showed everything that was in there, what they have available. And it's crushing on YouTube.
Yeah, it's crazy.
Yeah. It's
And
interesting
it's good.
what does win.
It's showing me everything that's there. It's a great video.
So you don't have to go,
Yeah.
People love not having to leave their house.
Well, I don't like going and then finding out they have diddly dick.
Right, they're sold out.
I did that at Walmart. I went there to go buy some cool ass Halloween shit, and diddly dick.
Damn.
Yeah. That actually would probably do really well for stores if they just offered up cameras that you could go online and you could just kind of go through it. It would be swiping down aisle 7, and you could just click on and be like, okay, what's it look like? How crazy is the store?
It's the same thing they do with those garage sale videos. You go, who wants to watch somebody going around a garage? They do so well on social media.
I can see that. Yeah.
It would also do well if you walked in the store and they did actually diddle your dick. Lots of guys would go.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. I like Kevin's response to that. Where do you go with that? Mm-hmm.
I got some emails here today. Some interesting ones that have stood out. Let me see this one email here.
You getting called out?
Jen says, OMG, please ask Virginia to stop saying bra. Okay.
I can't.
No, she can't.
Sorry, bro.
Can't stop, won't stop.
Someone's mad that I say dog all the time. And
Dog.
I go, sorry, dog. It's where I'm at right now in life.
Woof, woof.
I'll phase it out eventually, but right now I'm all in on dog.
Me too. I'm all in on bruh.
Do you think that dude that Randy Jackson used to be on American Idol, he used to overuse dog? You think he's still dogging it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's his signature song, baby.
Signature word, his phrase.
Yeah.
It's what he does. Yeah, I just wonder, like, all these years later, 20 years later, is he still dogging it?
Absolutely. If you know it works, you got to stick with that thing. That dog worked for him.
I guess it did.
It did.
It did.
I get if you don't like Randy Jackson, but the fans that love Randy Jackson, they want to hear dog from you. And who gives a fuck about the people who don't like you? You're not doing it for them.
You are not doing it for them.
Got some other comments here. It's an interesting story. Michael and Izzy said that my husband and I met this guy this past Friday at a local brewery, and we got to talking about how much we love the KVJ show.
Aw.
Immediately, he says he hated your show. So out of curiosity, we're like, well, why? To sum it up, he said that Jaybird shoved a megaphone into his face at the Kennel Club years ago. He said cops were called and that he split Bird's lip with the megaphone.
That wasn't the Kennel Club.
And that wasn't me.
He also stated once the cops came, Jason kept provoking the situation. It was such a random conversation. We want to know Bird's side of the story.
It never happened.
Yeah,
I would have told you all that.
Is he talking about the megaphone at the Ohio State-Michigan game that we went to?
But nobody, I don't think I've ever had my lips split. You
that
guys
was Brews Room, and I don't know.
I've never gotten any kind of altercation at the Brews Room. Oh, yeah, you're right. I'm sorry. I thought you meant the Lake Park Brewery.
Yeah.
Yeah, it was the Brews Room is where the Ohio thing.
Well,
Yeah.
I mean, we didn't advertise it. We didn't even talk about it. It was like, oh, that got kind of ugly, so we just kind of moved past it. So,
yeah, I've heard a lot of rumors about me that's not real.
Well, that's odd though that some guy is out there and he's got angst for the show that is based off a story that didn't happen.
Well, I mean, you guys.
Or was he at the Brews Room and he's making it sound bigger than it was, and he also is confusing it with the Kennel Club? That could happen.
Maybe that's the only thing I
But
can
I
could
never
be
got my lips never been split.
But he's elaborating and he's making up a whole story that didn't happen based on something that really did happen with a megaphone.
I used to get real mad when I would hear something that wasn't true about me like that. I kind of have to let it go because there's a lot of stories out there like that. I remember I went back to our old station, Wild 95.5, and Valentine goes, so I heard you were fucking some girl at Port St. Lucie last night. I'm like, no, I wasn't. I was with my dad.
Yeah.
There's just, I remember that one time.
A lot of girls in Port St. Lucie would like to fuck your dad.
Well, just let it hang there, Kevin.
Yeah, no, that's just what happens. I think anybody who is in the public eye, there's going to be a ton of stuff that is said about them. And that's why a lot of times with these celebrities, you try to be like, okay, there's likely two sides of the story. I'd like to hear their side of it. Yeah, sometimes they are as big of an a-hole as it sounds like they are.
Now, I would tell y'all if it happened. Now, what is possible, I was doing a stunt, but if the police were called, did you say the dog kennel?
He said a Kennel Club. Yeah,
we
that's
do
what they
business
said
with them
there.
all the time. There's no way they'd ever want me back there.
Right.
Yeah, if that had happened.
Yeah. I don't know.
So I don't know what that's all about, but interesting stories, though. If you ever hear those
rumors,
it is fascinating, the stories that are out there.
There's the one Kevin was selling cocaine and steroids out of his gym bag. At his gym.
I love that one.
That'd be pretty
Did
amazing.
that happen?
Yes. I'm a terrible salesperson. I don't even know if I could sell cocaine. Even if you could, I'm that bad. Sales is just not my thing.
Don't forget too. There's the fake Jason that I don't know about anytime recent, but in the past used to cause calamity, saying he was me, and I guess he does look like me a little bit. He's fatter though.
Who knows? Maybe he's the one that started the fight.
Well, that's what I'm saying. I've heard that cat.
Know.
I haven't heard from that guy in a while though.
Yeah.
Whether he's still doing shit like that or
Maybe
not.
this dude in a brewery hates our show because he got into a fight with somebody else who was claiming to be you.
Fucking fake Jaybird.
Could be.
Or maybe I got really drunk and forgot about all this. Although I don't think that's the case. I think I'd remember that.
You'd wake up with a split lip and remember that.
Yes.
Well, I got a lot of emails here today of people talking about what was that incident that happened in your high school. Kiri had said in high school, all the popular girls' nudes got released on this website.
Oh, my gosh.
Nobody ever found out who made the website. Our school population was 4,500, and the entire town knew all about it.
Whoa.
That's rough. Those small towns don't forgive shit.
Yeah.
Or forget shit.
Yeah, no doubt. Yeah, I'm sure everybody saw it. That is tough. Somebody said, I remember my junior year at the old Suncoast High School in Riviera Beach, it snowed February 1977, and they closed the school for the day. And the snow melted the second it hit the ground.
My parents would always talk about the 1977 Florida snow. It was a big deal down here.
Yeah.
Someone sent us newspaper clippings of when that went down.
Yeah, it's a big deal. Rihanna said, in high school, our soccer coach screwed a student and then the band teacher.
Oh, my.
Yeah, getting around.
The band teacher?
A student and a teacher?
Yeah, apparently the guy was getting around. Man, oh, man.
You got to watch this band, Teachers, Virginia.
Rusty trombone.
American Pie taught us a lot.
And then Taylor said, we had brothers at our school, and the younger brother in the 9th grade stabbed and killed his older brother over music that was too loud.
Oh, my
Dang,
God.
what a weird story.
There was technically more to it than that. They had years of whatever building up, but man.
Still.
That's crazy. Yeah. I got a question here from Richard. Said, does the Queen still not smell anything? And does Jason have any lingering side effects from COVID? Yeah, Queen still cannot smell.
Really?
Yeah, it's at least 2 years since she had COVID?
More, yeah.
I think it was August. So yeah, it's, 26 months since she's been able to smell anything. It's kind of crazy, isn't it?
Yeah, I mean, if I was to be completely honest here, I don't think I ever quite got 100%. There was times where I thought I did. Maybe at times I do. But there are still things that are quite muted. And even certain smells do not. A lot of detergent, a lot of soaps, and a lot of mint stuff smells rotting to me.
Ooh.
Cologne smells
Still
rotting.
not wired right.
In fact, I have to ask somebody if cologne smells good because everything that's cologne smells like it is rotting.
My girlfriend has that. Everything that is like cooked food smells like rotten meat.
Yeah. I have my sister. I go, Beck, can you please smell my cologne for the Stars Bowl? I cannot tell. It smells like canned meat to me.
Oh, my God.
Yeah, it's like, no, it smells great. It doesn't smell bad in reality.
Right.
That's crazy.
Still very insane, and I would not be surprised. It's not out there yet, but one of the biggest health fads coming up will be somebody will say they can retrain your brain to get your smell, taste, whatever sense you lost from COVID back. I would imagine that'll be in the next year or two. That'll be the latest thing. Of course, it'll be ridiculously expensive.
Oh, yeah.
But, I mean, how much would you pay?
Well, exactly. And then on top of it, it'll be one of those things that looks, again, like it's a big scam. This whole thing was, hey, let's give people COVID so they lose their sense of smell and all that kind of stuff and taste. And then
pay for health.
Yeah, and then we'll charge them a crazy amount of money to try to get it back. Who knows? And my wife's been trying. She's been doing that smell training stuff. She's got that little sniffer that she's been doing that for 2 years. Nothing hasn't worked. So I don't know. I know everybody seems to have their own little home remedies, and TikTok will tell you how to get it back. But
I'm just pumped that most meals are. I can taste them. I'm enjoying meals again. There was a minute there where I was kind of getting a little depressed because I couldn't taste shit, and I was
sad,
and I was still eating fatty foods. I was getting fucking fat, and then not even tasting it.
So depressing.
Vicious cycle.
What would you say your percentage of accuracy is now?
Well, I did pretty good with y'all, so I would say I'm in the 90 percentile.
Okay, that's good.
Yeah, I can live with what I got going on right now.
Okay, very nice. Got a anonymous question here from Pot St. Lucie. Says, I need your help, Weed Sensei O'Denny's. Can you share how you got your medical marijuana card? I suffer from insomnia and IBS, and I think medical weed could help, but I don't know where to start. The last time I looked into it, I saw something about getting a diagnosis for a covered condition from a primary care physician, and then there's a state fee once you get the diagnosis and go to a doctor that can prescribe weed. Any help would be appreciated. So how you got your medical marijuana card, how does that go down, Denny's?
Well, so there are physicians that you might even currently have, and if you ask them about it, they can prescribe it as well. You can also go to doctors that are more inclined, I guess, to be marijuana doctors than they are for other ailments. So if you go to them, you just tell them what's going on. They can also write you a prescription. I have the one that I used.
What's the fastest way? There's a one stop you can go, right?
Yeah, I would just go to a doctor who is more like I would go to one that specializes in marijuana. That would make it the easiest, and then you can keep your regular physician as a separate entity. But that, I mean, it is. There's a state fee. You have to pay it each year. And then you have to pay for the doctor's visit, just like as you would for any other prescription. And then you buy the product. I will say, though, these days, they constantly run sales.
Big time sales.
I mean,
buy 10 joints and get another joint free.
Oh, okay.
There's a ton of incentives now because I think they're becoming way more popular and they have a little competition with each other.
Yeah.
But I would only buy on sale days. Now you can get twice as much product.
Wow.
Yeah, it's much better.
The numbers on marijuana are getting pretty crazy these days. 42% of Americans age 19 to 30 use marijuana in some capacity. So with 30 and under, it's almost half of the population. 30% said they had used marijuana in the last month, and 10% are a daily user.
How much? 10%?
10%.
I think it's higher than
Yeah, that number will go up.
And I think it will go up. I'm not saying that good or bad. I just think those numbers are low.
Okay.
Yeah, I feel a lot
all
more
of them
people.
or just the last one?
The last one.
Yeah,
Okay.
I would agree with that.
And other places where they do have the medical marijuana, they're getting more into it, and even the recreational. In Toronto, for instance, Uber Eats is now delivering pot.
Oh, it's we're living in remarkable times right now where you can get a pizza and you can get some weed.
So you'll see some, you know how buildings will be built and it's a place for a while and then it goes out of business and then a new company buys it, but the building still has the shape of the old building.
Yes,
And
like
you
a Pizza Hut.
Yeah, exactly. You go, all right, clearly they bought this pizza Hut. So there's some dispensaries that have been buying old banks. So they kept the old teller system where they shoot the tube, so you
I
can just
love
drive
it.
up now. It's even quicker.
Oh, that's genius for them to buy the bank.
I thought that was such a good move. There's 2 here locally.
It's a drive-through.
It is.
Yeah.
You sit in your car, listen to your music,
Right.
and they
That'd
send
be
it out to
smart.
you. You don't have
Does
to get
yours
out.
have the drive-through?
It was so no, it doesn't. But I mean, I will say the one I go to most is True Leave right here, and they have so many here, and they run so many sales. They're my main source, and then I spice in a second one
Okay.
to have a little diversity.
There's an old bank that sits in the Village Commons shopping plaza on Village Boulevard. And we've wondered for the longest time, that Queen and I always talk about that because it's sat there for years empty. And I saw there's a medical something or it's opening up. And I'm like, what the hell are they going to do with the drive-thru? I'm wondering if they will do the medical marijuana.
So Vitican, I think, is the one that's right here. It's at Military and what's that cross? Community. It's
Okay.
right there at that intersection. And yeah, that one you can just roll up to. There's another one a little bit further west.
That parking lot you speak of is bizarre because when me and Denny's lives back there, they'd have sometimes food truck parties.
They
in
would.
that vacant bank parking lot.
Right.
It's right across
yeah.
from Jersey Mike's and stuff.
Yeah, they
It's
haven't
just
done those
bizarre.
anymore. Yeah, that's where they kind of discontinued those. I saw Michael here in the chat room. He had made a comment about dispensary weed, saying that it was always dried out. Didn't sound like it was very good. Is that true?
I personally don't, but run into those. But again, the thing that's awesome about the sales they run is anytime a product gets a little bit older or a little bit stale, they drop the price in half, and then they tell you that, hey, buy this, we're giving it to you at a reduced price. Or if you don't want it, you could just buy the fresh stuff. I rarely come across any bad product.
Yeah, I've never had dry weed from a dispensary.
In Florida, too, I don't find... living in Colorado, people buy humidifiers, like for cigars. They buy them, they make the same exact thing
Humidor?
for your bud, yes.
There's ways you can treat your weed, Kevin. A little bit kinder, a little
So-
bit more gentler.
Florida, though, we're so humid all the time. I find that I found weed months later, and it's still smokable, and that's with no tending to.
Oh,
it's
you
just
know-
that we're humid enough here.
You know somebody found some old 1978 weed from back in the day, years later and smoked it.
Dude, I was at a hotel once. I was with my parents and my brother, and I went out to the porch, and it had one of those little balconies you could overlook with the sliding door. And I was overlooking, and I'm just gazing at my scenery. And I look to my right, and there's a joint in the ashtray. Somebody who stayed there the night before left it by accident. I looked around real quick, and I smoked it. I thought about, should I not smoke this? And I was like, yeah, fuck it.
Then the buzz kicked in, like, fuck, I wish there was more.
Yeah, I was like,
Oh no, that was a Cocoa Puff.
Yeah, all of a sudden,
which I'd be like, whatever.
you're ripping off your shirt.
Yeah. But yeah, I found it in the ashtray. The guy must have left it from the day before.
I was asking you this at Stars Ball if you ever heard of Oliver's Harvest, because they are a big sponsor of Stars Ball, and they do a bunch of CBD and like THC and all kinds of products. And I would love for you to try their stuff and tell me if you like it.
Yeah, so
I'm going to score you some.
say we do it. I love it. Yes.
If you are high and are looking for a snack, here's some keto-friendly stuff that Ashley sent to me. It is good stuff, and it's a keto snack I found that won't give you the diarrhea. They use maltitol, which is the ingredient in sugar-free candies that give you the runs, or they don't use it. keto-friendly and delicious Catalina Crunch. They make trail mix cookies and cereal. I get them on Amazon. Enjoy. That's what they look like. They got peanut butter sandwich cookies and vanilla cookies, mint cookies, and the such.
All right.
I think they also have pretzels. I didn't print it because I was trying to save some ink.
Okay.
They're not trying to trigger some health bullshit in those cookies, are they? You eat that, you're like, oh, fuck.
Well, it's keto, so with keto, you're not going to have the white flour. You're not going to have the sugar.
Oh, they fucking suck.
Yeah.
So what's the sweetening agent?
That I don't know. I know there's several things you're trying to use now. Your
Bullshit.
Stevia,
That's what
agave,
the hell outta here.
nectar.
That's like when someone said, hey, bro, take some St. John to work for your insomnia. Get the fuck out of here.
You and St. John can suck it.
Yeah, get out of here with this horse shit.
Here's a thought from Amanda about going to Ocala when you're up there for the Corey Feldman show. There's a whole bunch of pretty springs nearby. Check out Silver Springs. That's where Tarzan was filmed. There's actually wild monkeys you can see there while kayaking or paddleboarding. It's a beautiful place. I recommend getting a shuttle and doing the full paddle trip. We do it all the time, normally taking 2 cars so we don't drift down the river without having to go against the current. So pretty beautiful stuff. You want to check it out near Ocala.
I am excited for the Corey Feldman trip, and it has nothing to do with Corey Feldman.
A lot of fun stuff to check out.
Oh, it's just because it's going to be complete, again, horseshit.
Yeah.
It's amazing. I love it.
Mm-hmm. Let me see some other things that going on here today. Tom Brady kind of, I guess, stepped in it a bit.
Again?
He was on a podcast. He was talking about how hard it is to balance his life with work. And
Obviously, you didn't balance that one right. The tray has completely fallen out of your hand.
Brady said, I almost look at a football season like I'm going away on deployment for the military.
Oh, shit.
That's what did it. People were like, it's nothing like that. Yeah, I'm sure the military, they'd love to make however many millions a year, and it's nothing like it. And
he's comparing a quarterback to a military. Yeah, and people are going to eat him up.
He just, I think, was trying to say that, he's just away from his family.
That's what he was trying to
see
say,
them.
yeah.
But, when you throw out the military, then, of course, so many people were up in his business about that.
So he got people yelling at him and Giselle.
I know. He's going through it.
But he can't make a right move.
He's got the military and Giselle yelling at him.
Hey, Tom, shut the fuck up.
Yeah, stop going on fucking
Stop talking.
Go on podcast after the season.
Why don't you go to practice? Go toss the pig skin.
He said, reality is, though, when it comes down to it, your competitiveness takes over. And as much as you want to have this playful balance with work and life, you're going to end up doing exactly what you've always done, which is why you are who you are. On Sunday, the big story came out. He was seen yelling at his offensive line. He said, you're so much better than you're effing playing. He admitted it was a bad day when there's more F-bombs than touchdowns. But he's back in and focused and trying to turn this thing around.
Is he finally crumbling, or does he end up winning the Super Bowl again?
Great question. You never know.
He's the one fucker where I you can tell if you piss him off, he turns into a maniac. That's what my point was being. He is a maniac. He is married to football. Even when he's dead, he's married to football.
He's going to have some bad games, but will he put it back together before the season is over and just blow everybody out of the water?
Would it surprise you that much if Brady pulled out magic from his ass and did something remarkable again? Would you be shocked?
No,
I wouldn't be shocked.
He's a unicorn.
I'd be, again, impressed and amazed, but he's done that so many times throughout his career that it's not surprising. Now, again, it's not looking that way. If I had to put money on it, I don't think that he's going to wind up hoisting the Lombardi Trophy at the end of the year. I'm not even sure they're going to make the playoffs, but, who knows? It's Tom Brady. It's kind of crazy. Somebody said, if you woke up in the year 2050, what would be your first question? And one person said, my question is, Tom Brady still playing?
That's awesome.
And yet, could be a valid question. You never know.
And Giselle's still pissed.
Yeah, it's going to be interesting to see what happens with that. Will she, after the end of the year, be like, okay, it's all good, don't play another year?
If he retires, I think she'll go back to him. But if he does not break up with football, he's not going to get her back.
You all know my thoughts. The dude belongs with the Gronk.
Gronk's gone. Gronk's at home.
Gronk retired.
I'm saying
Gronk did what Brady couldn't for Giselle.
They belong together, though.
Okay, he just needs to go gay.
I think they're soulmates.
Okay, maybe. Who knows? They seem to enjoy each other's company.
Aren't they? I mean, I thought they were boys, unless that's all media bullshit.
I mean, the Gronk came out of retirement for Tom Brady.
That's what I thought.
But then he went back in real quick and went, what am I doing?
Yeah.
I can't beat my body up like this. Oh, wait, I can make this much being a commentator and no one's going to punish me physically daily?
So they're boys.
If you had to spend one night with Brady or the Gronk, who do you go with?
Gronk all the way.
No, I'm sorry. I meant the Bronk.
Oh.
Brady or the...
Brady or Kevin? I got to go Tom Brady. I would not be like you.
I go Bronk all day on Saturday, twice on Sunday.
Wow.
I know you want
Twice
the
on
Bronk.
Sunday. The Lord's Day?
I know you want him.
Double pegging?
Who's on top?
I mean, I think if it's a weekend, I think you just explore.
Never know. It might be just twisted up like pretzels.
Exactly.
Virginia.
There you go.
You wouldn't even be able to tell.
Nah, Jason's a power bottom.
No, I think I'm a fucking Johnny Holstaff. I do it all. Yeah.
Okay.
In that scenario, for Kevin, yeah.
Yeah. Tell you who's not his boy, Antonio Brown.
Oh,
Kind of
yeah.
did the same thing. He brought the Gronk back and got him a gig. Gronk, it all seemed to work out. And then Antonio Brown, he brings him back and it kind of bites him. And then Antonio Brown was put up those photos of him with Giselle, and
That's messed up.
yeah,
That's irretrievably broken now between Brady and Antonio Brown. There'll be no forgiveness.
Who are the most squirrely people, and how would you rank them? Because I look at a head-to-head battle between Antonio Brown and Kanye.
Oh, that's a great squirrely battle.
I think Kanye has got the lead, but Antonio's just a loose cannon. You don't know with him either. He was at the FAU game on Saturday night.
Really?
And I don't know why. He didn't go to FAU. I mean, I know he lives in South Florida, he lives in Broward, but why the hell is he at the FAU? And they're playing Rice, which, there's nothing sexy about the game at all.
Sounds delicious, though.
Yeah.
It does.
It's a battle of the Owls. The FAU Owls versus the Rice Owls. That's the only thing I can figure. But,
Owls and rice.
yeah, that was it. But yeah, just odd. Yeah, who'd be there are a lot of loose cannons out there today.
You mean just more of who's the more loose cannon, not in a fight or
Crazy.
anything.
Well, they're just like every day there's another story because Brittany is up there.
She is.
She's got something too where and we haven't even talked about everything because every other day there's another naked photo and
It's too
Instagram's
much.
up and down and it's
I
just
had to take a pause on putting her in the dirt. Otherwise, she'd be in the dirt every day.
she might outrank Antonio Brown. It may be like Kanye 1, Brittany 2.
And she's one of those ones too, even if you make a valid point about something with what she's doing, there's people that try to curse you down as if you're trying to bring Britney down or Britney Spears down as a woman. That's not it at all. You're just commenting on weird shit that you're seeing that she's posting.
It's just odd and
then you get the shit.
What she's doing is then there's drama associated with it. So,
Right.
otherwise I'm like, yeah, you live your life, but clearly whatever's going on there's drama with her mom, dad, 2 sons, ex-husband, it's just in everything that happens, it's a chain reaction.
I feel bad for the sons. The rest of them can suck a D.
And who knows? I mean, I still am confused and don't know what the truth is in any of it.
When
but-
it comes to all this shit, you weren't there. Nobody was there. You'll never know. I mean, even with the Tom Brady Giselle thing, everyone thinks
Right.
they know what's going on. We don't fucking know.
I know.
Does everyone know what's going on in your house? Well, yeah, because you fucking go on the microphone and tell everybody.
Yeah, I do. I have no secrets.
Yeah.
I have diarrhea of the mouth.
Well, what I'm saying is everyone always acts like they know a situation, but they don't know all the details.
I feel like I know exactly what's going on.
and you could be right. I'm not saying.
Tom
Oh,
Brady.
whatever. I'm trying to have a fucking conversation. You can't argue with crazy Kevin.
Yeah, you can't. Because you know what? They bring you down to their level.
Since you're talking about taking trips, Jay Bird, I'm curious if this would be something that you would be into. You watch Cobra Kai, and I'm sure you've seen the house that Daniel LaRusso lives in.
Yes, I love it. It's very cozy. The one they have in the series, right?
Yeah.
Yes.
Series is set in Encino, California, but that's not where the actual house is.
Yeah.
The actual house is in Georgia.
Which is not that far.
A lot of times that they do that shit.
Yeah.
Georgia offers all kinds of tax breaks and filming incentives.
I think I like Georgia, man. Parts of Georgia I could see myself in.
Totally.
The wooded area,
Oh, yeah.
I love
it's
that
very
shit.
beautiful. It is a beautiful.
They got
state.
woods right up next to lakes, next to mountains.
I mean, I don't like a big city in any state. That's not my cup of soda. But yeah, a wooded area out in Georgia, I like the sound of that.
Right now, you can rent that house. It's $2,000 a night.
A night?
Yeah.
But you could go with a bunch of people. It's a big house. If we all chipped in a couple $100, that'd be nothing.
If you had 10 people.
Does nothing for me. I'd
No.
rather spend $2,000 on wolves.
And I will.
Now,
And I love the house, but for whatever reason, I don't know. It doesn't tickle. Doesn't tickle my dick.
okay.
Tickle my nickel.
No dick tickling.
No dick tickling.
Fong sent this. He said to BDIs and company, I took this picture this past Friday, saying to myself, this has to be because it's Virginia's month. Enjoy the picture. But do you see what looks like a witch riding on a broom there in the break in the clouds?
I do.
Do you see that?
I
Okay.
absolutely see it.
Yeah.
That's me flying home after happy hour.
It also looks like a turkey with no legs or arms.
Gobble, gobble.
Or wings, I should say. Turkeys don't have arms, bird. Although how horrifying would that be if turkeys had human arms like?
Well, they can shoot you.
Yeah.
We give the turkeys guns and see how it plays out.
Oh my gosh. Imagine if cats or dogs could fucking shoot a gun. The game changes, man.
Totally.
Another photo here. We were talking about odd little names, things that are popular, and dialing up names that have a power letter in them have been big, and K's, X's, some of those are considered power letters. Cynthia had said, this is my daughter, Max, M-A-X-X, born in 2006, and at the time she was the only female with 2 X's in the USA, as per the Social Security website. She is 100% A Max. I had no idea about a power letter, but very happy that I nailed it. So there you go. Max, and she got sent in some photos.
Gorgeous.
Yeah, Max works. That's a good, trendy, cool little name. You can see that working on TikTok.
You always go with Maxi as well.
Yeah, I don't know.
But then you're at
Maxi
Maxi Pad. Yeah, you're right. That's fucked, bird. Turkeys don't have hands, bird.
Turkeys don't have hands, and we don't try to call our girls Maxi Pad.
That would be such a fucked name for a girl. Maxi.
Yeah, maybe not. Okay.
Might as well just call her Tampon.
Yeah. There you go. All right, well, thanks for the photos, the emails, mail at kvjshow.com. Got just 2 days left in the week. We'll see you back here for the Thursday KVJ show tomorrow. Goodbye.
Cleveland Clinic, Florida provides individualized treatment plans for excellent outcomes of health problems ranging from the most common to the most complex, even in cases considered untreatable by others. Cleveland Clinic, Florida. Every life deserves world-class care.